Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters on Patreon, those being Samantha Bates, Trevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, and L, without whom we wouldn't be able to do nearly as much of the things that we do, particularly things like having a profit-sharing streaming channel now. All of our contributors are paid, even though it's not a lot, but, you know, money. So, and that's thanks directly to you. So if you want to find people that you're about to watch to make more money, then the best way for you to do that would be to go to patreon.com/fsfilms and throw some money our way. Anyways, if you're watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gran Terra Shadowfront. I'm Sen, your game master for the evening and the arbiter of chaos. I am joined this week by Nikki.
Hi everyone, it's me, Nikki. I am also an harbinger of
chaos. You prune those things very chaotically.
I am an eggplant of chaos, Scuzzimal tea buckets. Your goblin rogue, and I'm a professional GM. You should hire me. Anyway, that's it. That's my spiel.
Technically, I'm also a professional, and
you get paid.
Right.
Don't do this shit for free.
I'm also joined by Shani.
Hi, I'm Shani, and I'm playing Valdez Stonebeard, the Dwarven Samurai. Technically speaking, I'm a professional writer because I put like one thing on DriveThruRPG and have gotten like a few cents off of it. So
Not technically, you are.
Yep.
Don't put the technically there. Don't kneecap
technical about that shit.
No.
I mean, there's quite a lot that's technical about it, but also it's true. And also I'm joined by Holly.
Hey, I'm Holly. I'm playing Vespia. She is a tiefling chandler. And I don't know what I'm a professional at. I guess child wrangling.
Professional heartthrob. Sorry, that came.
I
have coffee tonight. The spice is on the opposite end of the spectrum.
I'm still waiting for my coffee to kick in.
Nikki has coffee. I've got speed. I'm also joined by Craig.
Hi. I am not muted. Professional podcaster, as you can tell, as of our profit sharing. Thank you, everybody who makes that possible. Also professional DM, although for very small children, which you think it's wrangling cats with adults. And tonight I'm playing Grumman Bellmender, Way of the Drunken Master monk, who is also a dwarf and also a cleric.
I also enjoyed how unsure you were of that there at the end.
Ostringer of chaos.
Grumman Bellman. And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. Chaos. I'm playing Titania Valkorian, professional arborist.
Was that like chaos as a brand, or were you using chaos as an exclamation, like something along the lines of gang? Like what? Like...
Yes. I feel like that was a yes.
Or was it a Delta Rune reference?
If she answers that question, she imposes order on it, and that cannot be tolerated.
Fair. And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am a professional at a lot of things. And I am playing Sin, Changeling Warlock, who is a professional being pissed at certain people, I guess. I don't know.
You're a professional at a lot of things, but are you a lot of professional things?
My brain is trying to figure out the difference between those two things now.
There really isn't
and
one.
I
I'm just
hate
fucking with
you.
You're very professional.
Also, I apologize. I don't know if it's
things.
Ostringer or Ostringer.
I don't know
It's
what that
ostrich.
word means, so
I keeper of gospel.
That's a good point. There are a lot of things. I am a professional at a lot of things, but there are a few things I am professional about.
There you go.
Mm.
And Dakota.
Dakota, playing Ithram Valar, Hobgoblin War Wizard. That's it.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Gent Minar, half-elf spellslinger, who is a hopeful psychopomp of chaos. And everybody should do yourself a favor today and visit Irish Twitter. It's been hysterical.
Blackbeard's also been.
Oh yeah.
As always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. And we raised the middle finger at someone today. There's not a day where there isn't one.
Monarchs.
It's just I don't give a shit about figuring out who it is.
The queen is dead. Long live the king.
No, the queen is dead.
No. Fuck the king, because the king is Charles.
Good.
queen
Someone
is dead.
agrees with me.
Phrase.
The queen is dead. The
Fuck
king
that
soon to
piece
follow.
of shit.
You could all just burn it down.
I don't know. They're doing a good job of that themselves. So when last we left off, we were in a boss battle, or leading up to one.
Wait, what?
As I take you to what you're looking at.
Oh, also, the stream is powered by Sirenscape, by the way.
Yes. thank
One
you.
day, John will remember to say that instead of me.
Or
Oh,
never.
I gotta get
Or
in there.
never.
Oh god, my character sheet's not open either.
So
Smash. Just gonna
They're-
get it
they're
out of the way.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
Look
Just
at
saying it before anybody
It's
else makes
covering
fun of me
its
for
face-
it.
It's covering its face because you're making
He's
it blush,
shy.
Nikki.
He's shy.
Friends.
So
No
we
snack.
last left off
Yes, I am a snack. Sorry.
with the
Why do I talk?
it's a good question. With the Steelhearts rushing to the center of this residential district, trying to avoid oncoming attacks. In the process, two of them got snapped up by a shadowy figure, only to be teleported into a massive maw. As the remaining Steelhearts caught up, having suffered some additional injuries in the chase, they found that Valdeth and Ithram were in one of the many fanged maws of a gargantuan mountain-like creature so large it had buildings on its back.
Anybody who's into Devoured, you're welcome. I guess.
Some of you might be hearing some sounds, by the way, players. If you are hearing additional sounds other than music, you might want to mute Roll20 because the animated background you're looking at has audio. Speaking of which, here we go to the Roll20. So, yeah, it's a boss battle.
Oh
At
my
the
God, sun
moment,
does make noise.
yeah. At the moment, Valdeth and Ithram are technically grappled at the moment. Valdeth, you are holding a mouth up, but it is in turn holding you down. And that's where
I like to think that I'm grappling it. Thank you very much.
fair enough. Those of you that were not being eaten by a big toothy maw may arrange yourselves however you like on the other side of that yellow line. So the side of the yellow line that you're on right now, basically. Because that is the alleyway you have come down chasing after your friends.
Is Sin still on Gen's back?
Oh,
to you
that's
two.
right. Yes. I feel like probably.
Okay.
I was flying and still blinded, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, you're a flying blinded bat.
Okay.
That's right. I'm currently. Which surprisingly is one of the few things I don't have a token for.
How unprepared.
Look. Sorry, I only have like 8 established personas for my character.
Saying
Expected
is,
more.
do better.
We'll go with that one. That one kind of looks.
That's about what I expected.
Initiative.
Oh yeah.
Oh, rolling initiative. Yes, we should do.
Or
So,
Jeremy,
yes,
you
as you position
be
yourselves,
like me. Sorry.
as you position yourselves, go ahead and roll initiative. And anyone other than
Gent
the
has an initiative curse. Oh my god.
anyone other than the two that are in its mouth can roll either an Arcana or a History check to identify what this is.
Can I do that if I can't see it?
No, you cannot do that if you can't see it.
Okay.
29.
Feel a disturbance in the force. That's it.
I can roll only 18s. I'm fine with this.
Speaking of disturbance in the force, this feels like fantasy Star Wars music.
A little bit.
Oh my god, it's Knights of the Old Republic. There we go. Let's go. Just you and McGregor, just
Obviously, this
Hello
is
there.
a rust monster because it's eating a pair of steel hearts. That's all I'm gonna say.
There you go. Well done.
That's good.
Flawless
How
logic.
am I like at the top of initiative? Well, I think Grumman's probably ahead of me.
Grumman,
He'd
what's your
probably
dexterity?
have a better.
20.
Yeah.
me and Grummond. What? I'm a 10? What?
Yup.
Wait,
Yes,
oh,
you are.
Arcana.
You rolled
Arcana.
yeah, you
Arcana.
rolled an 18 Arcana.
All right.
There's a lot of tens.
The three of you that
also,
rolled
yes,
Arcana
I'm a 10.
got a
Four.
17. Sorry, four of you got an. Oh, I see. Get got 29.
Yeah.
18, 17, 16, 17. So the four of you that got 18, 17, 16,
So-
17.
5. There were 5 people.
You know that this is. You know that this is a creature called a Kokela. Kokela. It is the remains of some long dead or absent being. It slumbers, but it affects the world around it with its dreams, affecting the landscape affecting the landscape basically with its subconscious thought. It also reverberates with a hum as it sleeps that can kill creatures and damage objects. You imagine that the shadowy claws that have been attacking you have been part of its dream, which would also explain why you've had this feeling of being watched this whole time. Gent,
It's just
With a-
right now.
You literally you wrote the text of the thing that I was literally thinking of to fight the entirety of Coachella.
Kokela.
with a 29 Arcana check, you know that using magic on the Kokela is risky. It can reflect magic back at the caster, or it might dream it out of existence. It can also somehow disappear and reappear in various different locations, depending on its whims, or whatever its dreaming is.
Okay.
Which would
Sounds
explain
good.
partially again how it was able to teleport people to it.
Well, I'm very glad that Gent is at the bottom of the initiative order so that he can definitely tell everybody this before anything gets started. This is going to be great.
All right.
Only, to be clear, only Gent knows that currently.
Yeah, only Gent knows that part.
Awesome.
So,
Yep.
question.
Yes.
We all are telepathically bonded still.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he figures out, is that it'd take a bit for him to relay that then.
He's sort of processing the information over the course of the 6
Okay.
seconds that this
I'm
is all happening
down for
simultaneously.
All right.
Because
This
remember-
is gonna go fucking great.
My-
You guys are gonna love my next character.
My semi-annual reminder: combat lasts in 6-second rounds, so all this information is happening while you're taking your actions. Drummond, you're up first.
All right. I am going to run at it.
And yes, it is giving off this sort of like odd lambent blue glow that you're seeing.
That
Love it.
doesn't sound like anything that Grumman would be smart enough to pay attention to or worry about. So I'm going to run straight at it. And Ithram is holding the mouth open, or Valdeth?
Valdeth.
Alright.
Valdeth
And
is
they're in
holding the
separate-
mouth open.
Ithram is there for moral support and to look like he's helping right now, basically.
But they're in the
Same mouth, yes.
D&D is a weird game. Same mouth. Okay.
Yes, they're in the same mouth.
All right. So I'm gonna run at it and up it if I can, and see if I can reach. Can I grab Ithram and pull him out?
You're not going to be able to
then-
reach the mouth.
What do you mean?
What's your speed?
60?
You're not going to be able to reach the mouth.
And I can bonus action dash. It's more than 120 feet away from me.
They're about 200 feet up. It's a mountain.
All right. I'm just gonna run at it and then start running up it and punch it as I go.
All right, make attacks.
All right.
Excellent.
I felt like I hadn't described mountain thoroughly enough, so it's a mountain.
I thought it was metaphorical.
No.
I thought its mouth was lower than where it was all.
Yeah. No, I thought it was metaphorical. I was picturing like a big mound coming out. I wasn't thinking actual mound. 21.
21 hits.
All right.
It is holding.
17
You can see that sort of like clutched in his massive claws. There is this small like green scepter that has this green flaming skull with two red eyes in it. The mouth that there are several mouths on it, Holly. The mouth that Valdeth and Ithram are in are about 200 feet up in the forehead area.
Okay.
So,
Big
17
chunky boy.
magical bludgeoning damage. Does it seem like it did anything?
I'm just looking at the really quick. It doesn't. I mean, you certainly did some damage to it. However, you also, as you begin to climb it, and start punching it, you notice that the sort of like the ridges that you are running up seem to begin to twist and warp as you move, and you feel like this pressure inside your skull.
Okay.
As you
I don't know what
take
thoughts forming.
13 points of psychic damage once you begin climbing it.
I think I'm still invisible. I assume that doesn't make a difference to this.
No, does not make a difference.
All right. 13 points. Okay. Is that just as I move, or is that when I do damage?
That's as you're sort of climbing it.
Okay. I will punch it again. Dirty.
20 hits.
This thing is huge. I do not expect its AC to be that high.
Yeah. 14 magical bludgeoning.
14 magical bludgeoning.
All right. And I am going to use my bonus, I think, to Step of the Wind and bonus action dash. So I'm just going to keep going. So I can, let me see. I was, so I guess I was 25 away from it, so I can get 95 feet up it this turn.
Okay. As you continue to run up it, your perspective begins to warp.
Cool.
You take an additional 18 points of psychic damage.
Are we still telepathically linked?
Yes.
Okay. Over the telepathic link, then. I'm making progress, but it's not feeling great to climb it. Maybe if you don't have to be in contact with it, stay away.
And as far as you can tell, you're getting up there. The rest of you, watching, you still hear that coming from Grummond. but Grumman sort of like leaped up and latched onto one of its forearms and just stopped moving.
Okay.
So you hear that coming from Grummond.
Okay.
Doesn't quite match what you're seeing, but
How do you like my Shadow of the Colossus cosplay?
Tanya.
This music is also very good for Shadow of the Colossus.
Okay. Well, I can't see any of that, so
Right.
I'm going to cast Diaz
Yeah.
at 5th level.
On
Let's see.
what?
Wait. Hang on. Nope, that's not a thing I can do. Never mind.
The Geas takes like 10 minutes to cast.
It takes a minute. I am
It's a while.
going to
Yeah, it takes a minute, and you have to be able to see.
yeah, I have a plan. It's not a good plan.
It's not a plan, but it's a perfect plan.
It's a
I got
great
a plan. Is it a good plan? Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I don't have to be on it to do that, so it'd probably be fine. Drummond is climbing on the thing. That's what Drummond does. I'm gonna shape change into an ancient white dragon.
Okay.
Cool.
You're using the shape change spell.
Yep.
Well, what spell level is that?
9th.
Cool.
These are all actions. Yes.
Cool. With a 19, as you go to cast Shapeshift, you're back in your normal form and falling.
Oh.
How high up were you flying as a bat?
Pretty high up. I didn't like being near the ground.
Between... Give me a height in the measurement of 3 to 4 broken limbs.
4.
4? Okay, cool.
I'm trying. I did. The thing was on the ground.
Also of note, they don't have to shift out to cast shape change.
Yes, but when the spell is going on, actually, you used wild shape to cast your bat form, right?
Yeah, wild
Yes.
shape was for the bat form. Shape changes shape changes a spell.
There's
They
an
don't have to
interesting-
drop their bat form to
There's
shape
an
change.
interesting combination of things here. Hang on.
Okay.
I need to figure out how this interaction works.
Excellent.
Bat
Bad is gonna do a victory cry.
Just a lot of rapid expanding and contracting and then expanding again.
Yeah.
You're just a tiny white bat now instead.
With
And-
scales.
little fluffy.
Yep. And
I get a hi-ya and
Because-
a hi-ya and a
because-
kicker, sir.
When shape change ends, you go back to your normal form. You don't just go back to the wild shape that you were in when you shape changed. I would say that
Okay.
counterspelling the shape change would revert you to your normal form as if
Yeah,
the spell had
counterspelling
ended.
means the spell never takes effect. You stop it from being cast. They never
I mean,
shape change
yeah.
if you counterspell it.
It doesn't seem correct for you to just stay a bat in this particular case. Let me
That's
look
what
at
wild
something.
spells is about. That's why they
Oh,
have wild
Jesus.
spells.
Oh no, they
That's
have
why you
wild
double
spells so they can do
druid,
things like cast Storm of Vengeance while they're in bear form.
I mean,
that's
yes,
why they have
but I
wild
mean,
spells.
Fair, but that is also I also understand
Yeah.
Shawnee's point
No,
that
no, no.
Right.
if you cast something and you counterspell it, it never got cast, so nothing changes from where you just were.
That's true. I'm just trying to look at something real quick. And I'm not saying that's not what's going to happen. I'm just wanting
Right.
to double check and make sure.
Right, yeah.
'Cause It doesn't.
Just
Absolutely.
It doesn't
Parse your way
feel
through it.
right, right?
I mean,
Feels right to me.
I was gonna say it feels right to me, but you know.
When you counterspell a fireball, there was never a fireball.
Yeah.
I feel like your character should be dead, but that's not.
This is why there are rules and I have to look at them. All right, I'll check.
I like the flags.
Okay, now wild shape is not a concentration thing, so no, you're good. Never mind. Say, you're still bad.
That. Okay.
But
Yeah, you just don't change into a dragon. You go to transform.
rules
And-
lawyered my wife out of fall damage.
You still lose a 9th level spell slot, but you don't transform.
Okay. Cool. Well. Fuck that. Did that take up my action?
Yes.
Okay. Bonus action then. What do I got? What can I do?
Making certain that my lady wife doesn't fall.
Thank you for the voice.
Oh, bonus action, I think you can go
Thanks.
a lot.
I am going to is it an action to? Yeah, it is. Never mind. I'm gonna head down. I'm fluttering down. And can I use face step in my bat form? It's a question I have. Let me look at this thing because I haven't done a wild shape
What does face
in
step say?
ages. No, it'd be wild shape is what I can do.
All of us are sort of increasingly happily-ing our magic discussions. And whether
Nope, I don't think I can.
into a bat.
Yep, I'm flying down.
Alright.
I'm coming! Hang on! The bat shrieks very loudly. None of the rest of you can hear it.
I mean, you're telepathic bonded, aren't you?
Yeah, so you hear it over that, but like none of you can hear it out loud.
Oh, just out loud, we hear a bat
Very
screeching.
shrill. Yeah,
Just a
exactly.
screeching, just
It's
a
a war cry
very
of a
loud,
bat.
very loud bat approaching.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right,
That's
Sin.
my turn.
All right, we're
Are you still blinded?
no,
Okay.
no. I dispelled blindness on myself.
Right.
I could understand it. I just looked it up.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, you have tongue of sun and moon.
I am really excited for this apparently magical shit being rebounded
Oh boy.
because this is what I was going to do before that information was passed, which is we are going to start with. Well, we're just gonna burn through all of my mystic arcanums.
Hell yeah.
So
Yes.
we're gonna start with level 9, which is Psychic Scream.
Wondrous.
Well, this
Question is whether or not it can rebound something if it's not a single target.
We will see, but I'm only targeting one person with it.
Yeah, but it's still an AoE. It's still creatures that you choose within the radius.
It's a mountain. Just target the mountainside. But
It's
I feel-
technically AOE, but it's like I tend to think of an AOE as single person is only aimed at one person. That's equivalently a single person. But either way,
It's catching that
we'll
one
see how it
person
goes.
in this giant net rather than like a single thing.
I also think it would be 100% in character for Sin to be like, well, maybe I should try to target 2 people just to be safe. Hey,
Yeah, how's Grumman's int saves these days?
So what is the save required?
DC 19 intelligence save. It says it takes half damage and is not stunned.
well, the great thing is what happens once
Rolled
Gent does
a
share this
27.
information.
Of course you did, because yeah.
Still half damage.
So that's 23 psychic damage.
All right, it takes it.
All right.
And in response, you feel pressure in your skull.
Oh, good.
Migraine's
You take-
coming on.
You take 16 points of psychic damage.
Great.
Intrusive thoughts, the mechanic.
Definitely doesn't. Definitely perfectly fine here.
Imposter syndrome.
And let me see, is there anything bonus actioning I can do? You know what? Let's just Hexblade's Curse on him. Also, all right, different DMs roll this differently. Can you use a reaction on your own turn?
Reactions are
John
specifically...
literally built a set of spells that are meant for that.
Yeah. Reactions are specifically meant... So you can use a reaction whenever, so long as the triggering condition is met.
All right.
So
then
if the triggering
I
condition is
hit
met, you can
him.
use it.
It's psychic rebounds on me. I'm hellish rebuking him.
So what's the trigger on Hellish Rebuke?
You take damage by a creature. Oh, wait, I'm not within 60 feet. Probably.
No, you're definitely within 60 feet of the creature.
Yeah.
You're just not at 60 feet of the mouth.
No, 60 feet of the creature.
Oh yeah, you're within 60 feet of the creature.
All
like
right,
the foot of the
I'm
mountain.
hellish rebuking the
When a
mountain.
creature within 60 feet of you deals damage to you, you can hellish rebuke it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the triggering.
Nice.
So long as the trigger happens, you can use a reaction whenever. Reactions aren't not on your turn. They are
Jesus
in response
Christ.
to a trigger once per turn.
60 feet of the mouth is my corn covered hand.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I shouldn't be able to do that.
Why?
does it have to be an attack or
Because
spell?
because I just cast a spell.
It's a reaction. Reactions ignore that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
Reactions
enough.
don't. If that were true, no one would ever cast Shield.
Yeah.
The
That's a fair
multicasting rule specifically calls out you can't cast a spell as a bonus action if you have
That
cast
is
spell
a
as
fair
an
point.
action.
So yes,
Mhm.
I hellish rebuke for 33.
Does it say you can't cast a spell as a bonus action if you cast a spell as an action?
Yes.
A leveled
yes.
spell.
Does it say then? Does it also then clarify that you can't cast a spell as an action if you cast a spell as a bonus action?
I believe it works. I believe the wording is designed to make it both ways.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you cast a leveled spell with a bonus action, you have to use your main action for a cantrip, or vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a dexterity saving throw.
Correct.
It's bad at that. It's a mountain.
Good.
Oh, good.
It rolled a 3.
Yay!
Yay!
Take 33. Take 33 fire damage.
You light a small campfire on the side of the mountain.
Awesome.
Yeah, the exact
I'm
word-
excited
the
for
exact-
this to further rebound back on me.
Just and then just fire erupts around your feet. Then
You're not touching it, and you didn't hit it with psychic damage. So you're actually wait. No, that's a target. That's a targeted thing. Hang on. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Roll it back slightly before they make
Yeah,
the
the-
save.
take it back now,
The
y'all.
exact wording on casting a spell as a bonus action, by the way, is you can't cast another spell during the same turn, except for a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action. So theoretically, if you cast a spell as a bonus
Alright.
action, you actually can't use
So,
your reaction to cast a spell. on
Jeremy,
that turn.
I need you to make a dexterity
Uh-huh.
saving throw.
Oh, sweet. I'm real good at those.
On the next turn in the round, you can. But
8.
So your hellish rebuke. What does your hellish rebuke look like?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty standard variety.
So like pentagram and then
Just
a
like
flame
flames
eruption.
shooting up.
Alright, so this flames erupt from underneath or from you, targeting the Kokella.
The mountain.
And as it strikes the sort of stony, sort of like quartz-esque hide of this massive creature, you see a slight glimmer of blue light, and watch as the fire turns around and heads back towards you.
Oh,
You
that's
are
not good.
unfortunately injured and not fast enough to get out of the way, as you take 33 points of fire damage.
And I'm unconscious.
Okay. You people.
Sin hits the ground in a ball of their own fire. So that I can now read out this ability. Each time the Kokella is targeted by a magic missile spell, a line spell, or a spell that requires a ranged attack roll. Oh wait, no. That's incorrect. It doesn't require a ranged attack roll. It's a saving throw. Never mind. It doesn't bounce back. It just takes 33 damage. Get your health back.
Get back on your feet.
This has been a
Make up your
roller
mind.
It has the Tarask spell reflection ability.
Yeah. I was misreading a thing.
Welcome to Coral Home, home of the oldest roller coaster.
You don't know how much
Gran
text
Terra.
there is on this character block, on this stat block. Okay.
I don't know. Why don't you show us?
However,
us-
at the end of your turn. All right, is your turn
Now
over?
I'm about to go unconscious.
Is your turn over?
Yes.
Okay. At the end of your turn, for a legendary action,
Sweet.
all of you watch as the best way you can describe it is an eclipse happens on the other side of this creature. What can only be described as a sun manifests behind it as the shadow of
he's
the
gonna
mountain.
moon us.
As the shadow of the mountain falls over the lot of you.
Yeah, it's
and
not a
To a werewolf?
in that moment, I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh, good.
the
I'm
air or
even
not?
better at.
What about those of us
con
who are
saves
already
than
on
Yeah,
the
I
mountain,
think-
as
I
in
think we're
its
good.
mouth?
We're in
You
the
as well,
mines.
because the shadow falls on you as well by being in its mouth.
And in the air or not?
Yes, and then the
Yeah.
you're not high enough to avoid
Okay.
it.
Fine.
Thank God.
Yes,
Did
you're
not
in the
mean
mouth.
to make
plus
that
in
twice.
its shadow.
You. Oh.
Shadows,
You're just really excited.
shadows
No,
exist.
I didn't think it rolled at first, so I hit it one more time.
Oh,
but
I haven't rolled a
did not.
con save above a 10 in like 4 weeks.
I literally can't. Well,
No, above, not below.
Oh, okay.
Above.
I misheard.
What do we have to beat?
To DC 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like to.
Whoops.
Go ahead.
Well, Ithram's okay.
It's because Ithram's in the mouth.
No, I'm gonna save
No
it.
fail.
All right.
Ram was
so-
the only survivor.
Ithram and Vespia both succeed, it looks like.
Well,
Uh,
no, that was my second roll. I'm
Oh,
going
okay.
with the first roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Ithram's-
hit his.
That's fine. Ithram is the only one that succeeds. So, all of you except for Ithram are blinded.
Cool.
That's fine.
That checks out.
God's sakes.
And all of you take 48 radiant damage. Ithram, you take half.
The bat disappears.
Sorry, how much?
48.
It doesn't matter. I'm down. I'm down.
48.
48.
48.
A bat
Oh,
has
jeez.
1 hit point. So,
You weren't just a bat, though. You were a dire bat, weren't you?
no, I was just a
Giant.
bat.
You were a giant bat
I want
last time I
no,
checked.
no. I don't think so.
You had mentioned explicitly being a giant bat.
Giant bat? Did I? Okay. Hang on. Let me look at what giant bats get.
I don't think it's enough, but
That's 22 hit points. That's a lot more. Okay, I'll go with that. So it'd be 26. That's fine.
Oh, you dropped to 0 hit points. All right. So as Sin hits the ground,
Oh, good.
their left ear detaches and flies away.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
Well, I mean, of course you'd ask that because you can't hear anymore.
It goes
still
through one ear
hear
and out
with-
the other.
You all watch as Sin's left ear. Sin, when you go unconscious, do you revert back to your natural form?
Yes, I believe
So,
so.
What is Sin's
No, wait,
ears?
wait. Let me check that to make
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
Let me check that to make
it
sure.
might just be when you die.
Because yeah, that is a significant difference.
Yeah.
Changeling.
and not be one you have to worry about for very long if it keeps up like this.
I mean, that is also fair.
I'm getting real close to double digit. hit.
Nope. Still a halfling.
Okay,
You
so
stay in the new form until you use the action to revert to your true form,
So
or
then-
until you die.
the ear that removes itself does revert to your true ear. So as a halfling ear detaches from the side of your head, what does it look like when it starts to fly away?
I don't know. This is your fucking ability. You don't get to make me do work.
I don't know what Sin's like changeling self ears look like.
Like a pale ear.
So like a human ear, or
I
like
mean,
an
It's
a
not
elf
like
ear?
it's not like a
Tradi-
trunk.
Traditionally,
elf
changeling
ear.
natural forms don't have ears.
That's actually a
flop.
good point.
So then it's
Now
just
that
a
I think
chunk
about
of
it.
flesh.
Because they're kind of unfinished, sort of.
Yeah, yeah, and frequently they just have
What-
like little slight bone ridge kind of pokes
What
out a little.
what looks like half a developed ear then just flies away.
I can't see that.
This is
Okay.
Flap,
awful.
flap, 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 flap.
None of us see that. We're all blinded.
You are all
Yeah,
no,
except for
Ithram's too far away to
Ithram
really
can't
make
see
out
and
what
he's
it
200
is.
feet up.
And in
I
a
have
mouth.
to make a save for Felix.
He's
Fuck.
200 feet up. He
Felix,
can't see it.
did you bamf Felix to a different dimension?
No, he's been out this whole time.
Oh, well, yeah, then, yeah. Felix needs
Yeah.
to make that Constitution save too.
Oh. Yeah.
Slight Ridge is my easy listening Megadeth cover band.
Ooh.
Easy listening Megadeth does sound like what's happening right now.
Felix has not been blessed by the con gods. 13.
Oopsie doopsie.
So Felix
Uh-oh.
also takes
So,
48 points of radiant
48.
damage.
Alright.
Does he? So, I bound familiars that are creatures also just sort of poof and reappear whenever they get killed.
No, bound creatures are different. They're not summons. I can do that. I haven't yet.
So can
Yeah,
they die?
Bound
Oh, yeah.
bound creature,
Yes.
bound familiars can die.
Yes.
But you
Carbuncle
can
is
poof
different.
them away if you do it affirmatively.
Yes.
That's what happened to Titania's familiar.
So how?
Titania had a familiar?
And it's already been
Yes.
established that it can happen to summons
Deeply,
too.
deeply upsetting.
How's Felix doing?
He's alive. He's better than Sin.
Yeah.
Sin's still alive for now. Scuzz, it's your turn.
I do hear yowling now in my head.
Scuzz is like, oh no, I'm blind. The cloaca blinded me. And Scuzz does have blind sense, so he is going to run in the direction that he last saw the mountain.
Run towards the mountain.
He's gonna run towards the cloaca, and he is going to stab it.
It hasn't even been its turn yet. Make an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the attack roll. I do not have advantage on this. It's a
no,
mountain.
in fact, you have disadvantage because you're blind.
Yeah, he has blind
My
sight.
blind
Oh, wait, blind
sense.
sense, right? You have blind sense, right.
Yeah.
Just said that.
I just said
You
this.
did just say that. Look, I have ADHD, okay?
It's okay. It's okay. You're probably distracted by the fact that I keep saying cloaca because it's
True.
it's been in my brain
Right.
since you said the monster name.
24
And as we
hits.
all know, it's a Coachella.
24 does hit. Very good.
I knew y'all would make Coachella jokes the minute I saw its name because I also
Right.
thought that when I was reading it.
Scuzz is not using green flame blade because last thing he saw was Sin go up in flames. And that was bad. Ignore the sneak attack damage that's not there.
Why not?
Actually,
Because
we
I don't
are
have-
threatening it.
as a point, you didn't see Sin go up in flames
Yeah.
because the
Oh, that's
fire
right, that
didn't
didn't
reflected.
happen.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. That did not happen. Scuzz still isn't gonna do it though. He doesn't know about the magic shit, but he's just not gonna do it.
And yeah,
sneak attack does-
Grummond is in melee with it, so
Oh. Okay. So
As
yeah,
is Valdez.
Boy.
And definitely, Valid is definitely a threat, no matter what this thing thinks.
all right. So it takes that amount of sneak attack damage, and then it's also going to let's see if this do. Just roll the sixes. Yeah. Necrotic. 19 necrotic damage.
takes the 19 necrotic damage.
Okie dokie.
You may make a Constitution save at the end of your turn, by the way, to get rid of the blindness potentially.
Okay, great. So this is going to.
As you get close to it
Oh,
and stab it,
boy.
you do
Yeah.
feel pressure build in your brain.
My brain.
You take 10 points of psychic damage.
Ow. Go ahead and slap on another 20 points for Fury of the Small. The fuck you damage. And then bonus action strike with the Star Metal Rapier. Because I forget that I have that on me. 22 hits. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, 22 hits.
Okay. Ignore all of that. It's only two points of damage.
And the radiant damage. The radiant damage is still there. It's Star
Yep.
Metal.
So 2 and 7, 9.
All right.
And that's my turn. And hey, natural 20. I'm not blind anymore.
Shake
I
off.
can see the cloaca.
You see this massive creature in front of you. Ithram.
I hope my parents-in-laws aren't just like, what the fuck is Nikki shouting about now?
All right.
I feel like that's just an everyday thing, really. Having known you for as long as I have.
Yelling in my brain from Felix. I'm assuming Valdeth is just blinking a lot, trying to focus on what's not there.
Pretty much.
Valdeth is busy bench pressing a building.
A mountain, please.
Leg lifting?
Overhead press, something.
Overhead press?
I overhead press is the more appropriate part, yeah.
Don't know anything about the magic yet, so too many
You did
actions.
try and cast a teleport in there, and nothing.
Yeah,
happened,
that
though,
didn't
right?
work.
Yeah.
That's why he was working to help Valdeth keep it propped open.
Do you just want you to like lightning bolt its stomach and just have that rebound from inside its throat? That would just be great.
Yes, and then everybody else will see from the outside the lightning bolt coming out and be like, "Oh fuck! It breathes lightning too. Let's just die."
You could, however, because it's not a line spell, just shoot a fireball down its gullet.
The thought has crossed my mind.
Can you get out?
I don't think it's open that far enough, is it?
I mean, Valdeth is literally holding it above her
it's
head.
open
You can
enough that
crawl
it's
out.
difficult terrain, but you can get out. You can crawl out onto the side of the mountain.
Which, please do, so that I can get the fuck out of this thing and drop it on my turn.
Also,
Yeah.
Shawnee, if it matters to you, you were chosen as Oliver's favorite person for the evening. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out to the edge so that I can still see Valdeth. And I guess hang off the side of the mountain.
So yeah, as you get to the lip of the mouth, sort of dragging your way across the many teeth that are inside of this mouth, you get a good glimpse of your situation. You are currently roughly 200 feet up the side of a living mountain.
Okay. Pull out a teeny, or not teeny, but like the little ingots that I had. One of the little ingots that I had Valdeth help me fashion of adamantine, and I'm going to attempt to cast invulnerability on myself. So it's targeting me.
What level is the spell?
9th.
Also, I don't know if it's counterspelling is a reaction, but it's already used it.
Yeah.
Yes, it has already counterspelled one thing.
That's definitely a response.
I was gonna say that was very specifically worded.
Yeah.
With an 8, it fails to counterspell the invulnerability. So,
All right. So for the next 10 minutes, I have cheat codes.
just get on the ledge and go up, down, left, right, BA. Start!
Yeah. It just looks like I can't. I'm indecisive about what I want to do, which is. And he'll just say to Valda, this way, and he's gonna tell Felix to get as far away as possible.
And by as far away as possible,
hide.
you mean blink into a different dimension?
I mean, so if his abilities still work, I would actually tell him to wait on a different plane for a day, because he has access to plane shift, but
Yeah, but you can also just bamf him to a pocket dimension at will.
that takes an action, and I just made
Does it?
myself
Okay.
invulnerable doing that.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
He tries to plane shift. Fails.
Oh no.
All right, well then he's just gonna run away. He's gonna basically hide. He can still. Why does his character sheets keep disappearing? Not closing it. Yeah, he's got a fly speed of 60, so he's just gonna go behind the nearest building and stay out of shadow range
Okay.
and sight. But yeah.
You do notice as you sort of climb out that this thing's eyes seem to be closed.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that Ithram could literally just jump off this thing and be fine.
Sure, you could.
Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
Valdeth!
No worries about the knees at all.
Valdeth, it's your turn.
Yeah, it is. As Valdeth is just sort of standing there holding up this thing, there's that surge of energy as Valdeth, like there's a sort of updraft around Valdeth as she uses Meikyo Shisui and immediately generates 6 Sen. And then she's going to step forward out of this thing's mouth and drop it.
All right. Step forward and
Acquire anything.
The mouth closes behind you.
Okay. I can't see shit, so I'm just going to dig my sword into this thing as my action.
All right. As you move onto its exterior, by the way.
Actually, you know what?
You
I still have stone cunning.
Mhm.
Because it has not been 10 minutes since I disappeared.
True. You're not.
I have tremor sense.
You have
this thing
tremor
is a
sense.
you've literally described this thing as a mountain.
It is a mountain, and I described its skin as granite like, or as quartz like. It's not
Bullshit me
actually
now.
quartz. It's not actually quartz. You take 19 points of psychic damage, by the way, as you step out onto it. As your brain pulses. Yeah, this thing is it's an aberration, so it's not, even though it looks like a mountain and feels like a mountain, it's not actually stone.
If it walks like a mountain and talks like a mountain, I think it's a mountain.
In this case, it isn't.
In either case, I'm fucking stabbing this thing.
Are mountains alive? Hey, Jack, are mountains alive?
Make your attack roll.
All right, so that's a very difficult question. And we've had this discussion already this week, Nikki.
I feel like that's why she asked. Both of those hit.
And I'm gonna put the Blood Fury charge into the first one to see if it takes any of the damage or if I heal from it.
Yeah, it takes the damage.
Good. So I deal 9 slashing, 5 radiant, and 15 necrotic, which heals me.
And you feel that pressure in your brain grow.
15 slashing, 4 radiant, and 12 necrotic, which heals me.
And you feel that pain in your brain grow more. Another 19 psychic damage. And they're 8 psychic damage. Alright, anything else in your turn?
Nope.
Alright. As the Coquella's
Make a
turn
con save,
begins. What?
Nope. Again, I have not rolled a con
Oh,
save
yeah,
above
make con save
10
for the blindness, yep.
in this fucking month.
As the Coquella's turn begins, that's where we're going to take a quick break. If you're watching, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur story.
This
Dinosaur
isn't a
story.
dinosaur.
That was way off.
I was distracted by important things.
As we all are. But now it's the Coquella's turn.
Sure. Uh-huh.
It summons known gaslighter and abuser. What's his name? James Charles. And
No,
in Asmus Chaps.
That went places.
With its eyes still closed, all 7 of its mouths
7.
begin to hum an eldritch tune.
I'm fanning Nikki.
Thank you.
I need all of you to make
There's not
Constitution
enough
saving
for all of
throws.
us.
There's not enough mouths for all of
What kind
us.
of
Except-
saving throw?
Constitution saving throw, except for Felix, who got far enough away.
Wow. Rude. I'm gonna sneeze.
I mean, 20.
God damn it.
Wow.
I'm gonna die because I'm really low on health right now.
Fortunately,
It
you
rolled
don't.
from the fucking 20 to a 2.
You don't actually need to make this roll, Sin.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't
I-
hear when you're dead.
I'm rolling again.
Well, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you can't hear. There's a specific
Oh.
reason why Sin doesn't need to make the roll.
I'm using my 1 inspiration.
Interesting.
Bitch.
Because you're already dead.
Oh, Nikki.
2 sevens.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I do
Beautiful.
kind of feel like the answer is because I'm down, so I'm already going to be taking a death save or something like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna vibrate off your other ear node.
So everyone that rolled under a 20,
Y'all.
you take 30 points of thunder damage,
Ow.
and everyone that rolled a 20 or higher takes 15 points of thunder damage.
Thunder, thunder, thunder.
So yes,
fuck
you were right,
this.
Jeremy. It is because you're taking a death save.
No,
Anyway.
you're not taking a death save, Sin.
Really?
You can't hear it
Nope,
because
you're
you're
not-
lost in the ear.
Not being able to hear does not matter for this particular effect. There's another reason why Sin does not take this damage.
Interesting.
You all then watch as the mountain shifts, and it looks like it's almost trying to move, and as it does, that sort of ethereal blue light surrounding it solidifies into a series of lashed chains that just crisscross its body, holding it in position as it tries to shift in its sleep. However, well, not all of you. Those of you that can see, which is 2 of you.
Me.
If you were able to see, you would see this. It sort of presses against the chains for a little bit before getting one arm free and just bringing that arm down on Grummond.
Dad, no.
No.
Manage,
The cloaca smashed you. No.
because you're on it.
Yeah, I mean, that tracks. I apologize. Did you tell me to do something and I didn't hear you?
No. Does a 24 hit you?
I mean, I can't imagine it wouldn't. Oh my god, my AC is 22. I mean, yes, it still hits me, but holy shit, that's way higher than I thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, Drummond.
So you take 23 points of bludgeoning damage as this massive arm slams down on top of you.
That's
And-
not bad, but I'm waiting for the and.
Another arm breaks free and swings towards Gent.
No!
I guess it's because I'm too close. I'm in its blind spot.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
have
there's
advantage on
2 of
Gent,
us
just gets
on
stuck
the hill.
on it.
No, that's fine.
I am blinded.
Blinded does not give. Does blinded
Blinded
give
does
attackers?
give attacks against
Oh.
your advantage.
Well, never
Yeah.
mind.
Oh,
Then.
yeah.
There you go.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go then.
Because if you're the kind of blinded there where it's not you've been used to it your entire life,
Huh.
the not being able to see things coming makes you
Interesting.
more vulnerable.
Interesting. Critical hit.
Cool.
Oops.
I've taken 130
good.
points of damage.
Not good.
That's
Not a fan
48
of
points
that.
of bludgeoning damage. As
Cool.
this arm slams down onto Gint's space. You still up?
Gimp becomes a pancake.
No, not
Okay.
even close.
Oh, are you at 0?
And then some.
Okay. Yeah, so as you hit the ground, unconscious,
Yep.
your left ear detaches itself and flies away.
Cool.
Do I feel where it goes? Just
No. The ring's on the corpse.
damn it. Shoot. I don't know. It's part of him.
The
It's
corpse.
still breathing.
The
all
body.
right?
The body.
Getting ahead of yourself there.
Can
I don't know that.
use my reaction
Well,
to
yeah.
do Wrath of the Storm?
What does that do?
It has to make a dex save, or it takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage.
What's the
I would like
what's the trigger for Wrath of the Storm?
Taking
When it
damage.
reaches within 5 feet, it hits you with an attack.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, you can do it.
Um, it takes my reaction, but
Okay, yeah, sure.
I would like to do 8 points of thunder damage to it, please.
What's the save?
I apologize. It's Dex DC 19.
It's weakness. It can't make that because it has a -2 to its dex.
Okay, cool.
Even if it rolls a natural 20, it's an 18. 11. It fails.
Okay.
8 thunder damage. It takes it. Alright, Vespia. Go.
Vespia, I choose you.
I'm still blind, yes.
Correct. You heard something really big and heavy hit the ground right next to you, though.
Uh-huh. Well, she was going to fly up, but I think that might be a bad idea right now.
Yeah.
I'm really low on health.
This is very like Tales of Vesperia, or like the Tales series music, actually. Particularly like right
I
now.
think right now she's not really going to do anything. She is going to try to back up a little bit,
Okay. How far are you back up?
cautiously.
How far?
Couple.
How far dost thou shuffle?
Ow.
Now that we're a profit sharing company, I think you've got to start worrying about how much you talk
To
about
there.
his chest and tail.
I didn't say anything about Vespia's chest and tail.
That's all I'm going to do right now. I'm just trying to stay alive.
Gent, make a death saving throw.
17.
You're good. That's a success. Gromond. Hey, Grummond, you look like you're in double digits.
What's that?
You look like you're in double digits.
I am in double digits.
I-
It's a new first for me.
For some reason, I almost said grubble digits, and that just sounded both weird and wrong.
Grubble. So I'm going to kick off of it and get the fuck off of it. I don't know if jumping counts as movement on it.
It does.
All right. So I guess I'll take. I mean, okay. If that's the case, I'm going to. No, fuck it. I'm just going to jump off of it. I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my my tattoo, and I'm going to hit it twice as I fall.
All right, so that's going to be 16 psychic damage you take. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Yup. 18.
18 hits.
All right. This and so 12 points of magical bludgeoning and an extra 4 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then second one lashes out as those. Damn it! That rolled again. Rolled off of the natural 20. A 22.
22 hits.
And that's going to be 10 points of magical bludgeoning and 6 Sorry, I don't know why it rolled twice. 6 points of magical of force damage.
Alrighty.
And then how far away from it can my trajectory take me?
What's your normal jump distance?
Fuck. My strength is 12. I never know how to calculate that. Is it
I don't either.
3 times? I mean, I was technically running,
well,
so I'm jumping out, and then I was 90 feet off the ground. So.
But you weren't. You thought you were, but you actually weren't.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So we'll just say you can jump your movement back.
Okay.
So up to your movement, however far away you want to be.
Yeah, I'll land.
Are you using Step of the Wind?
No.
No, he
I'm
used
not.
bonus
You have-
action for his Eldritch Claw.
All right, you can jump 12 feet horizontally with a running start if you've already moved 10 feet. Without a running start, you can jump 6 feet horizontally.
Okay, but I mean, if I'm not super close to the ground, I'll just land and then run over and put myself between it and Gent.
You can't. You're blinded, so you can't really see where Gent is.
All right, somebody call out.
At the end of your turn, you can make a Constitution save. Oh, Vespia, you can make a Constitution save at the end of your turn for blindness, by the way. Drummond, you're no longer blind. Vespia, you still are.
I do. I'm gonna say I have a general idea of where they are. Can I roll a D3 to see which angle I go in?
Sure.
All right. So I'm the judge, and I'm actually like over here towards Titania.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. That makes it Titania's turn.
Okay. I am going to, if I can, get down near this thing. I'm going to summon Reaper as my action. So I have a field that anyone within its 30 feet aura has advantage on death saves and can't be like critically hit if they're
Oh, whoa.
if they're attacked.
Okay.
Yeah, no critical hits while incapacitated. So, if I can do that, let me get my aura on so I can see where I can go to get everyone.
I turned my aura on.
Yay. No, it's not doing it. Hang on, come on. Show aura?
I will go ahead and say
have it
that
there.
you know that Scuzz is very good at avoiding death.
Yep. Well, for some reason it's not showing up. But,
Bummer.
let me look.
Ripperoni.
Goodness. I think if I'm here, I can hit. Yeah. I go up here by Grummond. And then I think I can get Vespia, yeah. And hopefully Valdeth and Ithram, wherever they are up there, but
I can
you
make
can-
make
You
that
should be able to see us now.
visible. Hang on.
Because I
If
can
you're not blinded.
I can be shouting.
We're on the 5 head.
There. Now everyone can see the
thank
aura.
you. Yeah. Yep.
Uh,
So that's my action.
It's got 7 mouths.
Bonus
Just an odd
action.
creature. An odd creature.
This is very odd.
Healing word. To
You have to be able to see for healing word, unless it's yourself.
hang on. Really? Healing spirit. Okay. Yep, never mind. Would I be able to target Gent if I know where he is?
Make an insight check. Because you have a general
Okay.
idea of where Ghent is, not specifically like GPS coordinates.
All right.
Would
22.
would Titania even know Ghent went down? Because everybody was blinded when.
Don't you guys have those rings?
Yeah.
I don't.
that, like,
Oh, that
the
allows
rings,
for
the rings
Okay.
do give you some amount of knowledge. Hang on, let me.
yeah.
Can you just feel in your heart of hearts that
I believe
it,
y'all
it breaks a
have-
little?
Yeah. Can I tell that people are like if they
I believe y'all have the ring in
Because
your
we're all,
inventory,
like,
in your
telekinetically-
items list.
attached? I feel
It's,
like I would
it's
be
slightly
able to, like,
modified,
feel
but yeah,
if
you gave it because I remembered there were more details added to it. But yeah, because the ring of the true companions is slightly different.
Also, we're
So
telepathic
when you
bonding.
cast, so actually, I would say you could actually cast Cure Wounds on Ghent, because with 3 attuned wearers, when you use the rings to cast Cure Wounds on another wearer, its range increases to 60 feet. I would say that indicates that you can target the ring. So
Oh, you know what?
that would be specifically though using a
Um,
charge from the
oh.
ring to cast Cure Wounds. I think. Yeah. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to expend one of its charges to cast the Cure Wounds spell. Spellcasting modifier +3. If the target of the spell is another creature wearing one of the rings, the spell's range increases to 30 feet, and with 3 people, it increases to 60 feet.
Okay. But that's an action.
Yeah, that's an action.
Yeah.
have to-
So
I would
there
say
was a-
that with that insight check and that ability, you could target Ghent with a Ghent specifically. No, not anybody else, but Ghent specifically with a healing word.
okay, I am going to use a healing word then. At this thing is hitting hard. I don't know if it's worth trying to do a lot more extra. Yeah, I'm gonna do that at 3rd level. It's 3d4 plus 5. You got 12 hit points.
Hey, cool.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
And that is my turn.
All right. So that makes it Sin's turn.
Correct.
You have advantage on death saves.
You don't have to make one right now. Sin.
Mm-hmm.
You, the last thing you recall was seeing this eclipse behind this massive creature. And as this aberrant shadow fell on you and you felt your entire being being scorched with an alien sun, in that instant before your vision left, you saw that green skull lock its eyes with yours,
Okay.
and your eyes closed.
Okay.
A moment that seems like forever passes. And you feel cold, but you're feeling. It feels like you're laying face down on a stone floor of some kind.
All right.
Notably, you're in your natural state.
Mm-hmm.
You are conscious.
I sit up and look around. I am very confused.
So, we're just gonna move all of you here. Now. That.
Oh. I'm worried for Sin, but this looks cool as hell.
You look around,
Ha.
and you find yourself in what looks like a piecemeal tavern, sort of in the middle of the floor. And you realize that bits and pieces, chunks of the tavern are missing. There's a brazier with some odd bluish light, sort of bluish cold fire emanating from it on one corner. There's bits of what can only be described as viscera crawling through a door in another corner. One corner that just drops away into seemingly nothingness as bits and pieces of the building float around in the air. You're not familiar with this place.
Okay.
As you look around, you begin to hear bits and pieces of sort of babbling dialogue, as if there is, as if there was an active sort of crowd within the tavern. Just faint, echoing, as if it was almost something very distant, just bleeding in through the walls. At the same time, though you don't recognize this place at all, there is still something oddly familiar about it.
Okay.
And after a few moments, I try to grab a thing. Where is it? There it is. After a few moments, the brazier in the corner light changes color. The cold blue flames suddenly ripple into this bright green that reminds you of the scepter that the creature was holding. And as the bright green flames transform, it sort of bursts free and leaps, separating itself from the brazier and manifesting a form. Fairly near to you, standing almost as if leaning against a table. A figure appears. It looks like a human, but it stands too tall. Roughly 7.5 feet. Its entire right side seems to be entirely composed of this green, dark flame, as the rest of the flame materializes into a humanoid figure. Dark hair, cut close and sort of slicked back against its head. One red eye peering out from the left-hand side, while the right is just engulfed in flame. Sort of a dark velvet blue tunic, half again engulfed in flame, red velvet pants ending in boots, holding what looks very much like that rod with a green flame on the end of it. Though this time the flame is just a flame and not a skull. This figure looks at you while leaning against his table. Hello there. Sin,
Hello.
I believe.
I find you have me at a disadvantage.
Don't feel bad. I find I have most people at a disadvantage. And he waves a hand,
That's fair.
and the crowd noise quiets. Welcome to the tavern at the end of the world. Bit of an overdramatic statement, but it fits.
Going to say, that's a bit ominous, but sure.
I noticed.
What brings me here?
Well, you're an intriguing specimen. Sorry, specimen is an impersonal term for people of your
That is
time period.
not my favorite phrasing, no.
An interesting person.
Better.
I see the invisible chains that bind you. And he sort of, again, that flaming hand just gestures, and as it does, these silvery chains just manifest, hanging, attached to you and sort of hanging from nowhere, almost like puppet strings. And even though you've never seen them before in this particular fashion, you know that is your tie to Galdir made manifest.
Right, of course.
Just inherently. Now, you've seen the chains that bind me, he says, and as he gestures, that green fire warps into a blue chain that stretches to the ceiling in a very similar fashion to the way yours does. And instinctively, you know that is the creature that you've been facing that you last saw murdering you and your friends, or companions. I know you've been tasked with finding information about me, and so I'd like to introduce myself, perhaps to wandering souls that could. I think the phrase is scratch my back, I scratch yours, something along those lines.
I do enjoy a good deal, depending on who I'm making a deal with. Which is not entirely clear yet.
I'm Morath. In your reality, you know me to be the first mortal to have died.
Correct.
Which is accurate. I lived at a time where mortality had no meaning. It was a short, brief, painful, and boring existence. But it was a long time ago.
All right.
Ever since, I've found that my soul, as it were, has been fettered around from creation to creation, bound to this magic item and that, until eventually, he says as he sort of tosses the rod that he's holding and it just hovers in midair and flips and takes on that skull-like appearance. It's settled in this. The Scepter of the Soul Vortex, I believe, is the fancy name given to it by the gods. A very elegantly titled prison.
Mm-hmm.
I want free of my prison.
Who in a prison doesn't want free?
And you are very close to dying.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as it happens, were you to die in the place that you are, you and your friends, or companions, allies, acquaintances, whatever terminology you would prefer, would join me in my prison and become one of the endless thousands upon thousands of cacophonous voices that exist within me. And again, you hear that conversation beginning to pick back up again. Only this time, it's more frantic and frenzied. It almost sounds like screaming and sobbing, and he waves a hand and it silences again. So, to avoid having yet more, pardon the phrasing, but inane voices within my prison, and in an effort to free both of us from our respective chains, I would like to offer you a deal.
Let's hear it to start, and then I have questions.
It is a very simple one. Your allies will not be able to kill the beast on their own. But I have within me the power to slay the immortal. A gift of my endless internment.
Mm-hmm.
I would bequeath that gift to you. The
What is
only
that
one of
gift?
your group that seems cunning and intelligent enough to grasp it.
Okay, well, that's just silly flattery because there are many up there as certainly intelligent, probably cunningish. We'll go that far. But regardless, what is this thing specifically?
Which thing? The
I don't make
power or the
deal-
creature?
Yes. Yes. All of the above.
You
I
would
don't make
wield
deals without knowing all the fine print.
a wise person and a good policy. It is the scepter of the soul vortex. It is a rod, replete with the power of death. An artifact, if you will, that houses my being. The essence of the first mortal death, and all the cosmic consequence that brought about.
All right.
That which I slay stays dead, if you catch my drift.
All right.
You would wield that power. With
And
me along. Until such a
Naturally.
time as you and I, together, could find a way to free me from my prison.
so my question next is, you are the first death you say that came with many consequences. I'm assuming it began the cycle of death actually being a thing.
Correct. I was, how would you put it, a prototype.
Right. So if you are freed, what happens from that?
My soul passes on to the ether. The cycle of death has already been perfected and carried on without me. My presence in existence isn't required. I'm more of a cruel joke at this point than a necessity in the cog or the framework.
Okay. And there are definite benefits to what this group is trying to accomplish that would help with. Also, of course, the matter of them not being dead would be convenient to that goals. I'm here for something a little bit different than that, and I think you know why we're here specifically.
That ancient ritual. Apotheosis. Yes, your master, the bearer of your chains, desires it so that he might not die. And with him, of course, your reality would go.
Everything.
Yeah. I can aid you in that task. I am aware of the secrets that the city holds.
I would like to insight check.
Go ahead.
Of course. You know what? Do I have any? Let's see. Nope, I'm out. All right.
This person with an 18, this person is chillingly honest. You get the sense that he does lie, and he can lie, but he hasn't lied to you yet because lying wouldn't serve his purpose, and that's the part that's chilling. He seems to be the kind of person that takes the path that is the most efficient and makes the most sense. But there's something underneath that you can't quite pick, but there's just an edge of madness. He doesn't seem fully insane. But there is that, just right there, kind of about the way he talks.
All right.
But as far as you can tell, he's being honest. And you can tell he's being honest because that serves him.
Right.
And as he talks, you sort of get the sense of what he means by cunning. You get the sense that this particular individual would not ethically fall in line with most of the rest of the party.
Of course not. All right, I'm amenable on specific terms.
Of course, I also have specific terms. We can negotiate.
Let's hear yours first. I'm curious.
I am a rod of particular means. The power that I provide requires a bit of an investment. I would not see myself passed around again. So, were you to bind yourself to my power, I would expect to remain that way until such a time as our bargain is fulfilled.
All right.
Mechanically, he doesn't want to be unattuned.
Right.
Secondly, I don't mind whatever ethics or morals that you have. I have spent a long time flitting about reality and existence, and in that long time, I have been greatly denied flesh. The possession of it, that is. I cannot remember what it's like to have a body, much less to interface with reality.
Okay.
This is negotiable, but it would be beneficial to myself and our partnership if you were to seek out physical experiences that I might experience vicariously through you. I find it dreadfully dull being a flame in a demi-plane of voices all my life.
All right. That is, I can understand that.
Those are my
Is
two
that it?
conditions, yes.
All right. My conditions are thus. Short of breaking those conditions and accepting that second condition will be negotiable based on particular experiences, so on and so forth.
Of course.
I am very much a fan of being my own person, and I am vehemently opposed to somebody having direct control over. There will be no instance, no situation, no stipulation, no anything that allows you to take me over.
He has like sort of a half smile on the half of his face that isn't burning.
Right.
Quarter.
As someone who has experienced very directly the lifetime of being controlled, I completely understand and can acquiesce.
Wonderful. I imagine you will have your own goals and your own pursuits once we are bound together, and that is fine. Anybody within this, anywhere where it conflicts with my goals, we will have to have a conversation about.
Certainly.
and anything involving any of the people I travel with is off limits.
They're a boring lot anyways.
Fair enough. Here's my final question on the matter. I am perfectly comfortable, but clearly binding myself to people for pursuits, goals, powers, whatever. That being bound is under the agreement of having a certain expiration date. That expiration date typically being mine. I will not accept anything that goes beyond that date.
Once you die, if I'm not free of this scepter, you will be joined to the thousands. That is not something within my control.
Of course. Are you saying that that is the case throughout the world currently?
Not
or
everyone,
just in
no.
your vicinity?
Within the vicinity of me.
Fair enough.
But yes.
So if I'm stuck within you, but stuck within you doesn't mean you can just pull me back and say, okay, now I do what I want with you.
Correct. I have control over their presentation, but not over their actions, thoughts, or desires. They are an endless cavalcade of voices, but not one that I can control that directly.
All right, this all sounds acceptable to me. I'm sure that there are gray areas that we will have to cross when we get there.
Of course.
But yes, I am comfortable with this.
Then, shall we begin our dance of death? As he
Sure,
gestures,
if you want to put it that way.
and the scepter just sort of floats over to in front of you.
Ah, one more thing.
Yes.
Sorry. I have certain telepathic abilities.
As do I.
I'm sure that you do. Again, being somebody who is very much about being in control of myself, my thoughts are my own. My conversations I may have with other people are my own.
I'll do my best not to pry, but you may have noticed I don't have a mouth in the material plane.
That is entirely fair. I am just putting that out there.
Yes.
All right.
I would pick your least favorite sword, by the way.
One that I love, but I have one that I vaguely like. Actually, I don't know that I. Funny thing, I don't think Sin has it. Oh no, I've got a dagger. That'll work.
He's referencing to lose the attunement to. So whatever, like, least favorite item
Oh.
that you're attuned to.
Fair. It's sword, so
I don't remember if your sword is one that requires attunement or not.
it does, but it's not the only thing.
Yeah.
Those fucking gauntlets have never worked out well for me. So
The and the reason why he
I
says
always
that,
roll a nat one with those.
the reason why he says that is because the rod is a spellcasting focus when you're
Right.
attuned to it. So.
Fair enough.
All right, you take the
Cool.
rod.
Yep.
All right, you reach out and grab it. Meanwhile, back on your actual turn, there is a pulse from the rod that some amount of you can see, clutched in this creature's claws. And it vanishes. There is just this sort of snapping of blue chains as it disappears. A
The rod or the
swirling.
creature?
No, not the creature, the rod.
Okay.
There's a swirling green flame erupts from around Sin. And in a burst of energy, this wave of fire rolls over all of you and the creature, who sort of winces a bit at it. Everyone, including Ghent, is restored to full health, and your conditions are removed. You all feel your vision come back to you as Sin is now standing with this vague green fire sort of bursting out from various points on their armor and form, holding the Scepter of the Soul Vortex, which is now attuned to you and in your inventory, in the magic items.
Delightful.
And it is your turn. There is a lot of information on it.
Okay.
Some of it didn't copyright. Hang on. But,
I think I'm gonna have to refresh.
The more relevant thing for you is going to be the heading that says spells and the heading that says death grip.
Okay. You said it's
in the magic items handout. So if you go down to magic items folder,
I'm looking.
it'll be the first thing in the list.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Blah 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 blah. Resistance. Blah 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 blah.
So,
Okay, which ones did you say I want to look at?
first of all, because you're a warlock, you gain it is a +3 rod, which means you get +3 bonus to your spell attack rolls and saving throw
Okay.
DCs of your warlock spells while holding the rod.
Right.
You get +1 to your AC from the
Fortified
fortified soul
Soul, yep.
ability. Spells. It has
Most of
8
the
charges.
1,000.
It is currently full of 8 charges. You can use those
Okay.
charges to cast those spells.
Oh, I see. Death grip. That's
and
what
then
you were
Death
talking
Grip.
about.
Yes. I will note. Yeah. So yeah, that's
Dope.
that's a thing.
All right. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Let's go with that now.
So while also because we kind of skipped over it, so the green skull does emit flames that do light up the area around you.
yes.
And as an action, you can use your spell. You can make a ranged spell attack.
Okay. Yep. When I hit target takes okay.
Yep. Does 3d8 necrotic damage, and you regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage dealt.
Mm-hmm. But I am full health currently, right?
Yeah. Correct. You are currently at full health and not blinded. Everyone else, all
Nope.
of your conditions have been removed, so none of you are blinded or anything else that was negative conditioned, and you're all at full health.
Sweet.
You all feel this. You all feel this sickly sweet, like rush of energy as those flames wash over you and bring back your vision and your health.
And homie the giant is still here, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. We'll yeah, let's fuck this dude up with a finger of death.
Sure.
As you do.
Start off normal.
Yeah. So if it's a +3, then my spell DC will be. You're gonna have to forgive me a minute. Make sure that I don't have anything in here that's already. Nope. DC will be 22, I believe. For a con save.
Okay, Shadowrun.
This is the powered up battle music, all right?
Did I say I didn't like it?
53 necrotic damage.
Hell yeah.
All right. What's the saving throw?
It is a Constitution save, and
I feel like this
I
thing has a pretty
believe the
decent one
DC
of
is
those.
20. Is 22 because it's 19 currently, and I don't have anything that adds bonuses to my spell saves. I don't think currently.
Other than the rod, which
At
is
least
plus
that got-
3. Yeah.
At least that got unattuned. I don't know if there's anything that. Yeah, because if it had been unattuned, it wouldn't be applying. So yeah.
Correct.
So 22.
All right. Actually, I mean, it has a decent com. It doesn't have like a super bonus to its on save specifically. Rolled a 19.
All right, so it takes 53 necrotic damage.
Yeah, you just focus, and there is an ethereal cackling sound heard from the rod as you all watch as Sin stands in their natural form for the moment, having been reverted to that by the attunement. Thrusts this rod out, and from the skull, just this white hot beam of fire just strikes out and bypasses some of the blue warding on this creature, strikes it right around one section of the face, and just part of the face begins to rot as this finger of death strikes it.
Nope.
All right.
And now all of us just have to go ahead.
Anything else in your turn?
I think that's probably it currently. Because also I'm out of spell slot, so
But you still have a
there's
way of
nothing-
casting spells now.
this is I have Eldritch Blast and shit.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah,
I'm good.
as you strike it, that voice just sort of vaguely echoes in your head. This is going to feel very good. Scuzz. You felt.
I'm so glad.
Also,
so
sorry.
glad I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Sin, you feel that pressure in your head, and there's just a slight cackle, and it goes away.
Cool.
I don't want to hold hands with that. Scott feels rejuvenated and not like he's slightly winded from his exhaustion that he's been holding on to for the past 2 sessions.
Your exhaustion is gone as well, by the way.
I know. So yeah, he's like, yeah, green flame shit. I didn't do that one though. But he is gonna do it this time to the creature. So stabbing with bookmark. I'm not engaged with anybody else, so I don't have advantage on the attack.
Correct.
Or nobody else is engaged with the mountain.
Valdeth and Ithram are,
no.
but not in a way that flanks.
No.
Unless you've got a pact.
I would argue that I am on top of the thing and Scuzz is beneath the thing. I would call that flanking.
We can draw a line between us from
It
the
would
top
have
to the bottom.
to. It would have to
PC
care
sandwich.
about you being on it
I am
for that
actively
to
stabbing
distract
it in the
it
face.
for that to distract it in a way that grants flanking. You cannot flank the mountain.
That being said, though, I mean, is it even really caring about Scuzz right now? Is it
It
not
really isn't caring about
looking
Scuzz
at-
either. But
Exactly.
no, you do not get advantage. You do get sneak attack because there are enemies in melee with it, but not advantage.
Okay, that's fine. 25.
25 hits.
Great.
Not that it really matters because its AC is 18.
Look, I'm ready for you. I'm waiting for you to be like, oh yeah, 20 doesn't hit it, and everyone is just like, what? So 11 piercing, 35 for sneak attack. Hold up.
Right. As you strike it, you do feel pressure in your head. You are not attuned to Morath and thus are not protected from this.
That's fine.
You take 15 points of psychic damage.
Don't do that. 15 points of psychic damage?
Yes.
When it hits Scuzz back, I can see it finally, so
Yes.
I can do a reaction.
Can.
Yes. Excellent. I would like to teleport so that I am flanking with Scuzz.
You cannot teleport to
Somewhere
a
on there.
spot that is flanking with Scuzz.
Damn it.
It's-
I tried,
is-
Scuzz.
It functionally, mechanically, it is immune to being flanked. Because you
Okay.
can't
Well, I
flank a
teleport.
mountain.
Alright, fine. I teleport right there, right beside Scuzz. Hi, Scuzz. And
Hi.
I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah.
'Cause why not? It's probably gonna be dead by the time it gets my turn. Let's do this. 18? Hits?
That hits.
18 hits. Exactly.
14 slashing. Does it do the necrotic damage? I think it does. I'm pretty sure.
It takes necrotic damage. I mean, your scythe ignores necrotic resistance anyways, but...
Yes. That's my reaction. Carry on.
So anything else in your turn, Scuzz?
Did you get all the damage that I did?
Yes.
Okay, so that's one hit, and then just another stab with with this star rapier, star metal rapier. Let's go. No, wait. No. Yes. I can do a bonus action stab with the rapier, even though I cast a spell, but the melee attack.
No. If you used green flame blade, then no, you can't bonus attack with the rapier.
But you didn't take the attack action.
Yeah, it's the attack action specifically is what lets you dual wield. Whereas the action you did was green flame blade, not attack.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, green flame blade's a little bit confusing because in the action of green flame blade you make an attack, but you don't take the attack action. Yeah.
Yes. It's a spell action. Oh, T. I am all done. Yep.
I want to make a fighting.
Right there.
I want to homebrew a fighting style that lets you do that though. That lets you get that dual. That lets you 2-weapon fight with cantrips.
A fun fact, that's literally just the Eldritch Knights thing that lets you make a bonus
That's
action
my
to
character.
All right.
That's Matchbook.
Right.
Be ready for Matchbook.
Right.
That's literally what she
Knights.
does.
Right.
Yeah.
No, Lancers. I mean, all of them do stuff with cantrips, but...
So, he just watched a rolling wave of green flame pick up everybody that was down.
Yep.
And also sees that Sin has something new, but that's not something he can address right now. So he's just going to take the Mage King's Mage King blade, and he's going to, through it, cast an 8th level Disintegrate, which takes the form of basically a green blade, and jab it into the side. Jab it into the side and then snap it off. So, dexterity saving throw DC 19, which I'm pretty sure we've established that even if it rolls
It can't.
20,
Yeah, even if it rolls 20, it fails that.
But can it counterspell that or anything? Or
It's gonna try.
I am casting it at 8th level.
Roll
If it counterspells
roll
that.
23 on the counterspell.
Is it, since it's happened before, would I be able to counterspell its counterspell?
It's not technically a spell.
Damn it.
It's an innate ability. It is a supernatural power.
Damn it.
All right.
That's some Vecna bullshit.
Yes.
Look, I haven't been conscious enough on a turn yet to tell you people what the fuck is going on with this thing.
Okay. Again,
That's
that
true.
Chris Pine image.
Exactly.
Then I'm just gonna.
Hey, it was an
turn
8th
to-
level spell, not a 9th level spell this time.
I'm just gonna turn to Valdeth and be like, up here or down there? Do you want to be up here or down there?
I'll stay here. Stay here for now.
Do you want the
Good
high
point.
ground?
Then
Going to ride this thing into the fucking dirt.
Fucking Fred Flintstone it into the dirt. Absolutely. No, Legolas in that fucking elephant.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, Legolas.
Alright.
Yeah.
Is there a larger space that larger flat enough space that besides right next to the mouth that Valdeth could probably benefit from? Within, like 90 feet or so.
Not particularly, and unless you wanted to get like right in the eyeball. Like
Alright, save that
there's
thought
certainly
for
like a
later.
ridge. There's certainly like a ridge, like because the eyes are sunk. The eyes that are still closed are sunken. So there's certainly a ridge, like where you could stand in front of the eye.
Okay. Well. All right then. Make a mental note for
If you
that.
wanted to tempt that fate.
Well, I've already tempted the fate with the blade, so I can't cast it right now.
All right.
But
In that case, anything else on your turn?
nope.
Valdeth.
Cool. I spend 1 sen for Hisatsu Kaiten, and then I spend the remaining 5 sen for Midare Setsugeka. It is time to kill this thing.
Make your attacks.
18 is its AC. 14 slashing, 2 radiant, 22 at everything else.
Yep.
Second attack. Natural 20, pulling the trigger on that one. So all of that plus. So 22 plus 6, 28 plus 16, 44 plus 15, 59 damage on that second hit. Plus, actually, no, sorry, plus 12. So 71 damage on that second hit.
Yep.
Third attack.
All this is bypassing resistances and immunities because it's marked it with war.
Correct.
That is 29, 33 damage on the third hit. Fourth hit. Uh, 24 plus 23 is 47 damage on the fourth hit. Fifth hit. 33 damage on the fifth hit.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm not saying that the music isn't anime enough for this right now, but the music's not anime enough for this right now.
For anybody listening that's interested in the math, that was 222 damage on a single turn.
All
If
right.
only we have a grave cleric, they could have done Path to the Grave, and that would have been that would have been amazing.
Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Right. At the end of your turn, there is this low rumble that emits from its various mouths, and once again, that eclipse manifests behind it. In your brain, Sen, you hear, "It's not going to be able to be put down until we break it free of those chains, and I or your ally's scythe deal the final blow."
See, this
Break
is
the
why I wanted that
chains.
fucking mortal blade, because it'd be dead if I'd been hitting it with that.
Noted.
All right. So I need all unit Constitution saving throws.
What did I say about this thing having immortal guardians?
Does it really matter if I don't take damage?
Are you immune to
Does it
are you
also-
immune to conditions as well?
No.
Then yes, it matters.
That's what I was gonna. 31.
22.
Ithram flexes.
All right.
22.
just flexes. My body is a temple.
All right. So Skuzz, Grummond, Ithram, Vespia, and Valdeth all succeed. Gent and Sin and Titania fail. Gent and Titania are blinded. Sin, you're immune to being blinded thanks to your new ability, thanks to your new rod.
Oh. Sorry, I don't know why. It's kidding me.
So- Sin, Titania, and Gent all take 42 points of radiant damage. The rest of you take 21. And
It takes none because he is invulnerable.
Gent and Titania are blind again.
Ithram takes none because his body is a temple. This body knows nothing of your refined sugars.
I think
Oh,
you're
wait.
safe in battle.
Does this
I
thing-
was forged by it.
The Kokella's turn. What was
Does
that?
this thing do siege damage? Extra damage to buildings? Because if his body is a temple, he's fucked!
Alright, everyone make a Constitution saving throw again as that unearthly hum once again echoes out.
Yeah, I actually hit the DC this fucking time.
Nope.
I did not.
I'm gonna roll again. That's always worked for me.
19? Yay, nay.
19's a failure.
No, the DC's 20.
Easy 20.
God damn it. Worse that time. All right, failure.
I made it.
Fuck you! Every time I try to use a point of inspiration or a lucky point, it always goes poorly for me.
I'm burning through my key. I'm gonna need a nap after this.
I need to eat a
all right.
granola bar.
Everyone-
Drink some water.
Everyone that rolled 20 or higher, or so everyone that rolled less than 20 takes 21 points of thunder damage.
That's not so bad.
Everyone that rolled higher takes 10. Yeah.
I had that fucking mortal blade, this thing would be dead already.
And with those two arms that are free, one of them slams up towards Valdeth. With advantage because you're on it.
What's your AC?
24.
However, rolled a 19. So I rolled a 2 and a 9. So misses as you nimbly dodge out of the way, and the other hand, swings out at Scuzz.
I tell it to fuck off.
Fuck you.
I have the power to lift its fucking head. I tell it to fuck off.
Does a 16 hit you, Scuzz?
No.
Yeah, you dodge out of the way of the second strike.
I backflip.
I rolled a 2 and a 9 to try to miss Valdeth, and I rolled a 6 to miss Scuzz. This doesn't want to hit anything. It's depressed now. It doesn't want to hit anything.
You guys hit me too hard. I'm gonna tell Mom.
Vespia.
You took my toy.
All right. Now that I can see, and I'm not injured, Vespia is going to where did I stop it? Sorry, I'm fighting with things. Okay. Move forward. And I'm going to cast Hard Light Gauntlet at it.
All right. What's the range on Hard Light Gauntlet?
It is...
I believe it's melee. You're gonna have to move all the way up.
Oh, the range is touch. I always forget that.
You can move up to it, but
Yeah, okay, I'll move up to it. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. For some reason, I always think the range is like 60 on that.
it's a gauntlet. You're punching it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep getting it mixed up with one of my other spells. Okay.
As you approach
Should
it, as you get into melee with it, you feel pressure in your skull as you take 18 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Make your attack rolls.
Should I go ahead and make? I'm casting it at level 5, so I get 4 attacks on it.
Yep.
Should I go ahead and make all 4
Yeah,
of them
go
at
ahead and make all
once?
4.
All right. $18.
That hits.
Hits.
That misses.
16.
You are the first person to miss it.
Wow.
That
27. Yeah, that and
Yeah.
18. Yep.
18.
So 3 of
What's
them
your
hits.
spellcasting ability?
Plus 10.
No, what's your spellcasting ability? Like your what ability do you cast with? Charisma, intelligence, wisdom?
Charisma.
What's your
I think.
charisma at?
20.
Your spellcasting attack roll
Wait,
should be
no.
at least 11.
Or is it intelligence? I cast with intelligence.
What's your intelligence?
18.
Okay, then it is right.
All right. So
Okay.
do you roll?
That's-
What's the damage steps on that spell?
Okay, so it's I missed on the second one, so it is hold on.
So it's 3. So it's 3 successful attacks.
3 hits, yeah.
Which means it goes.
It
Ah,
is
2d8.
Sorry, I'm trying to do this.
2d8.
1d12, 2d12, 3d12. So 6d12.
Oh, right.
Okay. I put in 6d12. Probably wouldn't have been right.
So yeah,
14 damage.
in the course of that, you also take another psychic retaliation. Another 2 psychic retaliations. Take another. I'm just gonna roll it all together. Take another 28 points of psychic damage all told. This music got weird. Hang on. Let's try something titled Gug Battle.
Sounds exciting.
Then
Just a bunch of screaming frogs.
at the end of her turn, she's just going to call up to Ithram. How are you doing up there?
Perfectly. Just really faint because we're 200 feet away from each other right now.
Perfect. All right, Gent, it's your turn.
Gent sits up. I don't know if anybody can... What's been going on? Careful with your spells. This thing can eat them alive or turn them back on you. I'd recommend just hitting it very hard and trying to use as little magic as possible. Is being blinded, can I still make attacks at this thing? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, just with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm gonna use focus fire so that these 2 attacks are just flat then,
Fair enough.
since I've got options to burn it.
And you know where it's at because it's a mountain and it's very hard.
Right, I can
Very
just
hard
kind
to
of
miss.
point my pistol in the rough
The
direction.
question is now, can you hit the broadside of a barn?
Right, exactly. Let's find out.
Or
And
will you
do
hit
you
the 2
share
people that are on
The
thing?
name.
Well, we're gonna start with a nat 20.
Do you share the name of the creature? Like what it's called, since you were the only one that knew what it was called?
Oh no, you're not the only one. The
I was
other
gonna say,
people.
Oh.
I was gonna say, I think everybody knew what it was called.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't because you were inside it and couldn't really get a look at it. Actually, now that you're outside and can see it, you and Valdeth can make either nature or history checks if you want.
Okay.
And
Or sorry,
for the first
Arcana
time,
or history checks.
I'm gonna use infused ammo, which is basically Spellslinger Smite, because that's not really casting a spell. That's just expending spell slots and dealing damage.
Sure.
And since I critted, I get to roll 12d6 force damage against this thing.
Yes.
Oh, whoops, that was d5. That was weird.
12 d5s.
My keyboard's weird. For another 40 damage, so that's 52 on my first attack.
You all. So at this point, all of you that can still see notice that as it's been taking hits, the only hit that has actually physically reflected a wound on it was the finger of death that it got hit with, and the strikes from Titania's scythe. Everything else has hit it, impacted, and you felt that it impart the force, but it hasn't like when the finger of death hit it, it started to rot in that place, and when the scythe hit it, it actually like opened wounds. Everything else just seems to impact.
Look, I'm waiting for it to get to my turn so I can say chains.
Yeah. This is things that everyone else has
And-
also seen.
9 piercing damage
Yeah.
for his second attack.
Big damage.
Magical bypasses resistance, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Jams a hand in a pocket, swallows a potion of heroism for my bonus action. Give me some temporary hit points. And then at the end of the turn, I can make a Constitution save to try not to be blinded.
Yes.
Okay.
Valdeth with a 13 on your history check. You don't know anything. Ithram with
25.
a 25. So yeah, you also know that it's a Kokella. Using magic on it is risky. You reflex factor tester. You know that it's the remains of some long dead or absent being that affects the world with its nightmares while it sleeps.
Making 2 ranged attacks. Do I get pressure in my head or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Actually, no, because they weren't magical except for the smite.
Right. Okay. He hasn't been conscious long enough to see any sort of reaction from other people attacking it with magic, so yeah.
Correct. Drummond. You're muted if you were talking.
I said I hate to ask this. Does it not go?
It already went.
Oh, okay.
It went before Vespia.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought it was last in order. All right.
No, against last in order.
Is anybody? I don't look around. Is anybody injured?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is bad?
Everybody.
Who is most injured?
I have 100 hit points. Exactly.
I have 83.
You can give me a medicine check.
Scuzz.
Yeah. 23. Who looks worse?
Sin is the most injured.
Am I?
I think. Are you? You're at like
You got healed.
what?
I did
to
get
fall.
healed, but I'm down to 69 because of
Oh.
Actually,
I failed both.
in that case, Gint is the most injured. But
Nice.
Sin and Gint are equivalently injured, basically.
I mean, yeah.
I lost
obligatory
62. Yeah, I'm at
I'm at 68. Although I do have
Almost
10
nice.
temporary hit points on top of that.
Okay. God. And it looked like the times that I hit it, it didn't really look like I was doing anything, right?
Like you could feel that you were dealing damage and imparting damage, but it wasn't doing anything to the effect that the Finger of Death did.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna run over by them, and I'm going to. Yeah, I guess I'll just do cure wounds. And Gent is closer to it and got hit most recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were both getting hit at the same time. Because it was
All right.
the
I'll-
hum was the last thing that hit both of them.
I'll run over, sort of slap Gent on the shoulder and say,
I use a reactive blast and I shoot him.
yeah, fair.
All your damage.
11 points.
Okay.
For
Oops.
first level cure wounds. That's all I got.
That's okay.
And I will, I guess, turn around and just kind of brace myself. You know what? I'll stand in between Gent.
Oh,
and-
shit. You're fucked, Grummond.
What is that?
I used a reactive blast and I shoot you and I
No, he
crit.
legitimately actually shot you because he's
Yeah.
blind. He
I'm
couldn't
blind.
tell
I
what was
can't.
coming
Right?
at
Yeah. Nothing was said. So yeah, you're.
Okay,
This is gonna hurt. I'm really sorry.
that's all right. It's what?
No, to be fair, I think you can tell the
23.
difference between a human-sized hand on your shoulder and the giant fucking mountain.
wait, hold on. You're shooting me, right? It's a projectile?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I know where this is
no.
going.
I've never gotten to do this.
Monk
excellent,
shit. Monk
yes.
shit. Monk shit. Monk shit.
Oh
Can
boy.
you throw it at the mountain?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
I'm gonna try.
Yes.
No, wait, that's the wrong thing. Deflect missiles. Okay, hold on.
That's the attack. Yeah, you want the.
Yeah, like you can't hurt me. I deflect 30 points. So I'm just gonna grab it as you turn and shoot. It's like,
Whoa,
no,
it's
just
not.
me.
It's not just the 23 though.
Well, but that's the damage from the missile, right?
No, it's all wrapped into one because it's a reactive blast crit.
Okay, all right. So what,
Jesus Christ.
So there's another 18 plus 18 on top of that is
Well,
Okay.
18 plus
Yes,
8.
26.
Yeah.
No. The 8 is the piercing. The 4d8, which is the 18, is the reactive blast damage.
Okay.
So
I'll
and it
roll
was
the
a
48
crit.
then.
So that's double.
36.
So 36, 46, 56, 59. You got 59 damage incoming for Grummond.
I mean, I did say back on your feet, lad, but okay.
There's a lot of noise happening right now. I will say, I'll say that because you completely nullify the piercing damage, you can still catch the bullet. And like you catch the bullet, the blast goes off, but you can still throw that bullet if you wanted.
Do it.
Do it,
Do
do
it.
Do it.
Yeah, so the blast goes off, but I take 29 points of damage because I negate 30, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like hot potato, and you just
Yeah,
throw
like
the
you
bullet.
catch the bullet, and there's just a burst of energy that rips out of the bullet into your face. It's like there's a blink.
It's like, oh, back on your feet, motherfucker! And I'll turn and
Shit, sorry!
turn and throw it at the thing.
Make your attack.
This is why guns are dangerous.
Yes, they are. Don't play with guns, kids. It's bad for you.
And honestly,
Play
like,
with
Gint,
knives
also, actually,
instead.
no. Even that actually makes sense because Gint is missing his left ear, and you approached from his left side.
17.
Oh shit, that's right, I am.
Yeah,
Give
17
you hit
misses.
Points, not
So
your
just
ear back.
tink, 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 tink.
Oh.
You're gonna have to find Gint's ear and heal it back on.
So
Don't worry, I can regenerate
it. A net negative in party hit points and no damage dealt on my turn.
God damn it.
Well, I know. Like I said, it does make sense that he
On
didn't
to
hear you.
Tanya.
He didn't hear you saying on your feet because you're approaching from the side where his ear is gone. And I don't know that Git has processed that his ear is gone yet. I don't know that Sin has
I didn't
processed that
see
their
it
ear is
happen.
gone either.
One side of your head just feels much heavier.
All
you
I'm
have
saying
those
is there better
elf
damn well
ears.
be a regeneration spell being cast soon, because that becomes when
I have to have it prepared. I don't have
I
it
understand that. I'm just saying, when a changeling loses body parts, that becomes very much an issue for them.
Speaking of body parts, by the way, at the end of your turn, Grummond, there's a thing that's about to happen.
Ears try to reattach. That's worse.
No. I mean, well, kind of, but not in the way you think. There is another sound that emanates from the massive mountain creature. And this sound echoes for a little bit.
Honk of a mighty goose.
And then
I thought it was going to be like 5 more
as it-
minutes.
it uses its legendary action to do a swarm song.
Hoopst? A what?
As on
As all of the ears that it has stolen over the course of its time in this city begin to attack.
How big is this?
A bunch of ears. It's corn. just a bunch of corn flying towards us, and they're saying, sorry, that was a very layered joke. I'm so sorry.
I got the joke.
Which corn
It's
song
fine.
is that? I keep forgetting which song that was.
I don't actually
Freak on
know.
a leash, I believe.
What
It's
was that,
been a
Jeremy?
long Freak on a leash. I believe it's been a
Yes, I
long.
believe it
that's
is Freak on a
time.
Leash. Yes.
It's been a long time since I've listened to Korn. Actually, I need to again because they're an
They-
underrated.
They make good
2000
music.
They're an underrated 2000 rock band because they're associated with that whole genre.
There you go.
Somehow people associate them with Limp Bizkit, and that is a crime to Korn.
As
Yeah.
from
It is
around the
definitely Freak on a
buildings,
Leash.
from around the buildings and out through the doors and windows, 2 swarms of flying disembodied ears
I was right.
Flock of
Up
Ears
here.
is my 80s themed flock of seagulls.
They
cover
are
band, fur corn.
they are a swarm of ears each, which are a large swarm of tiny aberrations.
Cool. Cool.
You do notice amongst the one on the left, one familiar ear and one ear that looks kind of weird, not like a full ear.
I'm calling that one Lisa Loeb.
They have rolled into initiative
Oh my
on
god.
their own turns.
I had to hold that back. I'm just gonna put it in the chat and let it exist there. I regret nothing.
Titania, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I don't know those are there because I can't see anything.
Did you hear an
Can
odd
you
flapping
hear?
sound? It sounds kind of like half a bat, but a lot of them.
What is it like hearing
bat.
a swarm of ears?
Okay.
But
That
if
I
they were a swarm of
imagine.
noses, they'd be running.
It would
I
be-
don't know. Gant can't see either. So what I'm gonna do is attack because it said it can't really be. You don't want to use magic on it, so I'm gonna hit it. Twice. Yeah. Okay.
So you're blind, so you do have disadvantage on the attacks.
Damn it. That's right. Much. Oh. So.
32 still hits.
It does. I was very happy about that natural 20 though. So 14 slash and 10 necrotic. I can give that necrotic damage to as temporary hit points to Scuzz, because Scuzz was pretty injured, right? I think.
Yes. Yes, I was.
You have to be able to see to
and
do
then
that?
I don't think so. Let me double check it. You can create yourself or an ally. Okay, within okay, with that you can see. I'll give myself temporary hit points
There
because
you go.
I know myself.
Yeah, you can always target
And
yourself.
I'm gonna need it.
I have 10. Let me attack again.
8 hits.
28 for 13 slash and 10 necrotic.
Temporary hit points do not
and-
stack, but
What?
I
They don't?
I don't actually
they
do.
did.
These might be special.
It's well,
Temporary
if
hit
they're
points
special,
generally
they
don't.
might.
Yeah, temporary hit points in general don't. I don't remember if I said that these could or not.
It doesn't say.
If it doesn't say, then they don't.
Okay.
Yep.
I have 10 temporary HP.
All right. Sin.
All right. Chains.
We gonna
Tanya,
name this
you
thing
and
Alice?
What?
We gonna name this thing Alice?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Tanya, you and I need to be going after this thing directly. We're the only
Okay.
things that can kill it.
Okay.
Anyways, speaking of which,
Where'd the bats come from?
listen, I'm not omniscient. I only know things. So we will have that conversation later. I can't talk about it right now.
You were really
Um,
cool.
Yeah, hold that thought because you might want to retract it. You know, how big is this thing? I would imagine that I can somehow target it in such a way.
Oh, you can
that-
target it in such a way that you don't hit allies in so many different ways.
Yeah. So sure, let's go. Let's go big. Let's go big.
Like,
And let's
it's-
use.
even if it wasn't over 200 feet tall, it's 60 foot across from corner to corner. So
Let's use 4 charges.
and that's only because it's curled up on the ground.
Fair. To Circle of Death it.
All right. So just like
So it
everything
has
else
to
that's
make
cast,
a con save.
Yeah.
DC 22.
just like everything else that's cast from the scepter, it comes out as this sort of white hot green flame that just.
Oh, I might. pop over
Yes,
for
the
this
good
side.
old oxymoronic flame.
I'm gonna do my
17.
Con check real quick. just to
Nope,
see.
not good enough. So it takes 32 necrotic damage.
Yeah. And you watch as bits and pieces of it begin to just begin to rot under the circle of death. You have the idea at this point that the only thing keeping it alive under your assault are the bindings in place.
Yep. And that is everything for me.
Sorry, I missed. Did Sin get the chance to tell people to break the bindings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. It's a flock of ears' turn. Oh, look.
What are they gonna do? Hear me to death?
Don't think that's not somehow a possibility.
They're gonna actively listen your
No,
problems
no.
away.
Actively listening to me? No!
I don't want to see it like that.
I don't want to be perceived this way. But you're not eyes, so you can't really perceive me this way.
So the
You
swarm
think-
of
you think hearing
ears.
isn't a perceptive.
The swarm of ears enters into Grummond and Gent's space. You notice a couple of different things about these swarm of ears. One, you notice that they seem to be leaking some sort of waxy discharge from the ear holes.
I don't notice that. I can't see shit.
Well, you mostly notice it because it makes the area within its space difficult terrain.
Amazing.
I didn't get. So the first thing you need to know is that
Let me narrate to you what's happening to
And
both of us. right
both
now.
of you need to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
and they're trying to crawl inside my head right now. So
15. Whoopty. Oh wait, I get a D4 to that though, because I'm under the effect of the bless spell.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I drank my potion of heroism.
Yeah.
16. Woo.
22.
All right, you both save, so you take half damage.
Okay. Well, cool.
Oh, actually, no. It's no. If you save, you take no damage. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's just this odd like chittering whispering that's coming from the ears as they're flapping around you, but you manage to push it out of your mind and not think about how ears are talking or the wax that you're standing on.
I am not aware of any of this.
You're definitely
Other
feeling
than maybe the texture of the
yeah, like you're definitely feeling something hitting your face. So,
David made his money knuckle boxing. He's used to seeing lots of disembodied ears.
Skuzz, your turn.
Yeah.
The other swarm of ears not do anything?
They go
have a different
at the
initiative.
top of the round.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Skuzz is going. Oh, how far away are they? No?
So the chains, by the way, are on the creature. But they're just sort of they're magical chains. They're not real ones. They only manifest when it tries to move.
Perfect. Okay. Skuzz is gonna stab, as is tradition.
What are you stabbing?
I'm stabbing the big giant mountain.
All right.
32.
So the only way we can hit the chains is if we hold our actions? Mechanically speaking?
Oh, that's right. There are the chains.
Doesn't say you can try. You have no idea how to hit the chains.
Did someone say like?
Yeah,
I mean, I
Sin
heard
said-
Sin said to
Yeah.
destroy the chains.
Sin did on
Yeah.
their last mission.
I did hear that. All right, yeah. Then Skuzz would be like, "Okie dokie," and would put that 32 towards attacking the chains.
So
Yeah, he's
at the
gonna
moment,
swipe at the
so
chains.
at the moment, the chains are not manifested.
Okay.
Make a perception check. It does.
Ooty. Roll that. 21.
The 21. So yeah, the chains aren't manifest right now. You do notice that there is some sort of magical aura, and the magical aura that's emanating from it seems to be actually emanating from beneath it. And something about something Tanya had said earlier is bugging you in the back of your brain, but you can't quite recall it. But you do know you saw the chains manifest when it tried to like move out of its space, and then they disappeared when it stopped moving.
Okay. That's dangerous. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, he's just gonna attack it. Because I already rolled it.
Sure.
So 32 piercing.
Yep.
34 for a sneak attack. And
34,
then yeah. So it's all right. I'm reading. So Wesley Grave allows me to hit two creatures, the one that I'm attacking and one that's at least 30 feet away from me, with the necrotic damage. I'm trying to see how much the you can target a second creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first creature. Roll half the number of sneak attack dice. Okay, so it's still that same one. And then the first creature also takes that. Okay, so this creature and the ears are going to be taking 18 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
As two necrotic beams. One goes to the monster and the other one goes to the ears.
Which ones? The ones that are attacking Grumman and Gent, or the other ones that aren't attacking anybody yet?
Yeah, the ones that are
They within
by
range?
themselves. Yeah. They're 30 feet away.
Oh, there.
Yep.
All right. 18
That's my turn.
those. All right. Ithram.
All right. So with the 25 and with having seen the chains get rattled only when it moved, would it react, since they're generally like sleeping creatures? If it was stabbed repeatedly in the eye, I would assume that it would move and be uncomfortable with that.
The Arcana roll that you did told you about the Kokella. Nothing in your knowledge about the Kokella says anything about the chains.
About the okay. Okay.
You do know that waking up a Kokella is a bad idea.
Yeah.
You're with your role, you're knowledgeable enough to know that their nicknames are the Apocalypse Altars.
All right.
They're Armageddon beasts, effectively.
Then how many change did I see within 120 feet of where we are right now? Would that be able to get both of them on this side, or?
So when it moved, it looks like there were just like an innumerable number of crisscrossing chains wherever it tried to lean out of this space that it's in, this sort of 60-foot square. It's to you it looked less like physical chains and more like a magical binding.
Okay. Then I'm going to. Can I see up above? From here, can I see any type of, like, is it stuck in a magic binding circle, or like, can I see the edges of?
Make a perception check.
14.
And make an intelligence saving throw. Really quick.
15. 15 because of saving phase. 28 for the intelligence save.
So the 15 from above, yeah, you can see that there's some sort of like symbology beneath it. Because you can sort of see like down, beyond the arms that Skuz is stabbing into, you get a slightly better view of the runes beneath it. But with a 28 intelligence save, you recall that Titania had said something about the city being like formed into like a magic circle of some kind.
Yeah.
And you realize that you're at the center of it.
Yeah.
So you get the idea that potentially the city itself is the binding.
Okay. Would that, from what I see below, all right, I guess I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna pat Veldath on the shoulder and say, "See you down at the bottom," and I'm just gonna just jump. Superman land at the bottom.
How long does your invulnerability last?
10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Vespia. I got you.
You land. Are you trying to land on the inside of the arms or the outside?
I want to land nearest, as close as I can to something that looks like a rune.
Okay, so you land inside the arms. Yeah, so you Superman land on the runes of this runic circle.
Okay. And then, alright, yeah. I'm going to use my action to cast a basic 5th level Arcane Bombardment on as many runes as I can see that look like they're for binding.
Go ahead, roll damage.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these ones will be acid rather than lightning. I choose which one. So it's 9 points of force damage and 10 points of acid damage for the first one. 1 point of force damage, 6 points. Yeah.
Yeah, so you watch as your energy blast, sort of your acid blast, nail some of these runes on the inside, and you do as they hit. There's this blue, like sort of energy flash around the creature, and you do see some like the outline of the barrier, just for a moment before it dissipates. It doesn't look like you're doing a lot of damage, but you are doing some damage.
Yeah, he's basically just trying to fuck up the protection circle rather than target the creature.
Well, that's what I mean. Like you're doing not a lot of damage to the protection circle, but you did do some damage.
All right.
All right, Valdeth.
When the chains manifest, do they appear in the vicinity of where I'm at?
No. They appeared where the arm was pushing against the barrier.
I can't get anywhere from where I am. This thing is too fucking big.
Oh yeah.
I use a bonus action to gain ascend and walk towards the edge of where this thing is.
Like you're on the edge of its face. If you wanted to just drop, you could.
Yeah, I'm not falling 200 feet, thank you.
It's only 20d6.
Yeah, I'm not falling 200 feet, thank you.
So you're on the edge of its face.
I'm trying to walk towards its shoulder.
My reaction.
That's fair. She just sort of looks over. Ithram, I need to get down. You good?
Perfect.
All right.
Ithram's already down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ithram's in a small crater of his own making.
Yeah. All right, catch me, and she leaps.
Rather fall.
You land safely.
And she.
Actually, wait. Featherfall, you fall 60 feet around, right?
80 feet.
80 feet?
You fall for a minute until you safely reach.
Yeah.
How long per round does it say?
Slow. So the rate of descent falls to 60 feet per round.
60 feet.
Until
Yeah.
the spell ends.
So yeah, you fall 60 feet. You're still falling, so you're not at the ground yet, but you're moving faster than you would have been trying to climb.
Well, actually, the question is Ithram already on the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, so I would have to fall at full speed until I get within 60 feet of him.
Oh yeah. What's the range on Featherfall?
60 feet.
60 feet.
Oh yeah, never mind then. Yeah, no. So you were just falling and then yeah, you're on the ground now. You're good.
Yep.
Right. I was thinking it was like immediately.
If I was still up there and I just like had
Yeah,
pushed
that's-
her off and been like, "Good luck," and then it would be 3 rounds of falling.
Excellent.
But yeah, now that she's on the ground, she'll start moving towards the edge of this thing and where its arms are.
All right. So we'll say you can get over there at the end, and that'll be you have to dash. So we'll say that's the end of your turn. Oh, it's something you want to do on a bonus action. Oh, you already
Use my
said.
bonus
Yeah.
action to gain ascend.
All right. So you've moved to the edge. So now it's the Coquella's turn. And as it begins its turn, that's where we're going to leave off for this week. So, join us for the thrilling conclusion of the fight against this divine hunter, as it was referred to at one point, next week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.